The word of God is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword. And we are so convinced that the entrance of His word coming to you will give light and solution to all life's issues. This message is brought to you by the Word Center Church, Nigeria, ministering Pastor Segun Olaseinde.
Ask us any questions. Our life should be an example for you. We should be able to help you. My joy will be that, yeah, I fail, but you don't fail there. That will be my greatest joy. My greatest joy. But if you can't ask via microphone, you can write. The protocols will take it from you and we answer your question. So let me ask, how many of us have questions to ask? So I won't take your time. Raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. Don't come and meet me behind. One. Another person again that ask questions. Yeah. Anybody? Let's go. Number one. Please give microphone to me.
Yeah.
Another person is in your hand. Okay. Please, 2, 3. Me. Please take note. Protocols, please take note.
Thank you, sir, for the teaching and the advice. I want us to, we are fine, we are learning today. So, I want us to learn more about how you, first thing, the mistake, like what he said, like what are the mistakes you have made in the marriage, before the marriage, and how do you overcome it? Because of we people that we are coming up, and what are the advice you can give to us about that?
Okay.
So,
thank you.
That's the first one.
Let's take it one by one. The first mistake I made before marriage is that I was looking to marry a spirit. All I see is just spiritual. I didn't see beyond it. I want a wife who is a spirit, who knows everything by the spirit, who does everything by the spirit. Just marry a spirit. But as I was getting to my father, I didn't marry a spirit. I married a human being. And in those days when we got married, Mama used to tell me, "Emma, that's your jilly, I've John. Because I've John, Father, we thank you. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Skibrantika Badabasha. 5 minutes. Oh, Brantiake. Zuliante, 10 minutes. 15. So I'm going to tutu. Especially when we are even fasting. The moment we break, the machine pray long they make a yan topa. 1 year my boy. I think all is gone. So I was thinking that it's just gonna be symmetrical. But it doesn't work like that. You have to learn how to balance between your spiritual life, your physical life, and other lives you have. I also have issue of money. The way I spend. Man, I'm a spender. Mommy is more of a keeper of money than me. Me, I can finish 1 million on the city. Mommy, she always call me. But so it took us time to find a financial balance in our union. Okay. Fantastic. So that's what I think. It takes time. It's a balance we have to come into. But the balance will come when you face the truth yourself. that this is who I am. This is where I'm coming short. And most of the balance I told you about, I didn't really find it until I get married. Because when they said to me that, when they, during our batch if, is it batch if, they asked mommy, what does this man have? He said faith. And she's right, that's what I have. You need kankan, then you faith. But I believe my family. And I'm not just having that faith, I'm working by it. And it has brought us where we are today. So I think, but over time is to find a balance. To find that balance is one of the greatest thing. But the Lord help us to find. It's a mistake I make. I didn't know there's a balance. I just thought everything would just be spiritual. I think I answered your question. Okay, any other one? Good.
The question is to mommy. So, from what you just said from what you just said now, I want to ask our mother in the Lord, how do you? Let me put it in this way: do you know where you are going before you marry daddy? Like, okay, is it? Let me ask it this way: is it type of man that this person I've been craving for, like, no, before you marry him, or you just keep going with him anywhere you go, how you go?
Praise the Lord. As for me, my kind of man is an all-round person. Like some people prefer a very spiritual person. Spiritual, but not really intellectual, or very intellectual person, not spiritual. That's not, as in me, my kind of man is an all-rounder. You are good academically, you are very sound, and spiritually you are good too. So when I was fine, it was what I was expecting, that this man is going to be spiritual. But not, I didn't really prepared for that kind of very spiritual. And to me, when we wake up in the morning, we pray. We have, in fact, even my brother, was he a few weeks ago, we were talking, and even as pastor is now, my brother said, Pastor Badura. The pastor taught me how to pray, that when he was staying with us, he felt, Pastor, every time I sleep, my husband will be praying. I wake up, pastor is still praying. And so I was not prepared for it. I told somebody yesterday that when a month to our wedding, my husband said we are fasting to the wedding. And like he said the other time, that some people, they have it all. I've seen a bride that got married and she didn't do anything for herself. Even the wedding gown was brought from abroad. A day to our wedding, she was seated, as in I was there. It was whatever they want to tell her is her mom's friend, Lomawa Bakpeya. They brought the gown, the dress for her from UK. She tried, they returned it to UK for amendment. But to me, I didn't really do everything by myself, but there are things I had to, when Yoruba will say farashe dear, that the money was not much like that, so I had to run. I was down a month to our wedding, fasting and prayer. I didn't really take that fasting and prayer seriously. Pastor took it so serious. He will fast. He will come down to our place for prayer. He will come and I'll be expecting him can break by 3 today. 3, 4, 3 tell me by me, I'll just pray alone. I told that person yesterday that if I had known that things I would go through in marriage, I would have, really put sin into that fasting and prayer. Probably what happened would not have happened. So I wasn't really expecting that. In fact, we will do money altar. Pastor will turn it to TDJs again. In the night again, Bill Wisty, man. Now I want to watch film. It's every time. And if you are not watching preaching, we are watching ball. So I was there and say, Oh God, Father, have mercy on me. And that he didn't really say that. I used to say it. Whenever we pray and we want to break, man, Emma that's Ojile. I fast, I pray, I jail. So I like my kind of man is very spiritual and a very intellectual. But me, I wasn't expecting that very spiritual. But as time we have it, I catch up.
Okay, next person, please.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Mommy, for this opportunity. Okay, my question goes to Mommy first. So when you were in a relationship, like, is there maybe a female like you that probably likes Daddy, and you see it in their reaction that is there something like that?
One thing I've noticed about anointing, anointed men are attractive. Even if God is the creator of all, He made everything fearfully and wonderfully. But even if a man is not very good looking, once he's anointed, he's attracted to any ladies. So while we're cutting, do I really notice me? Number one, we don't go to same church. So I don't know while we are cutting, Sundays are no go. Pastor doesn't see me on Sunday. I've known Sunday. In fact, if I want to call him on Sunday or he wants to call, it will be very later in the night. So I don't really know in their church. Probably there wasn't anybody. Okay, good. No, not like that. Grandpa Babala, my father-in-law has a pastor, a colleague. That colleague is a pastor, Mrs. too. So that woman, all she wanted was pastor as she's a friend to Daddy. They are not, they are just pastors. She wanted it that her daughter should marry pastor. So I remember one day I went to the house. That lady was there too. In fact, there is a way you, as a female, even if you want you, at least stylishly, she didn't use style at all. She was just picking every time. If I'm holding it, she would just grab the plate from me like this. So, but thank God for his elder brother. He was smiling all through the scene. He was smiling. He saw everything. So at the end, I felt probably they are family member, probably they are relatives. So I didn't even. It was that one that now heard me and said, he said, which one is Shamagbadura? So it was that lady, and as God will have it, they gave her visa. She just relocated to UK. When there was no jackpot, she just went to UK, even before our marriage. So our case closed, ma'am.
I think what you are asking is general. Everybody will be attracted to everybody. You can't stop it. You didn't ask me, is there people that are attracted to her? So many attracted to me. But the way you carry yourself matters. You see, people are too careless. You can't fall into a ditch without knowing it's a ditch. You know this thing is coming. You are playing around it. You also want it. There are many things I can tell you. But if you know me at that time, I won't even allow that to happen. See that lady she talks about? She wrote me a letter. She talked to me. The mother called me and said, I saw her as a younger sister. Till now, in my head, still a younger sister. And the mother will say, I don't want to mention the name. She go find me. And she's going to UK. I said, can I make UK? Do I tell you I want to go to UK? She's married in UK now. She has been there for about almost 15 years now. So everybody, even my mom still has toaster. My mother, over 70, she's still telling me that she has toaster. Unless you are fine. People will ask you, at least the way you carry yourself around opposite sex that matters. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mommy. Thanks for the opportunity. My question is that how do you handle like a misunderstanding between two of you? Like, what do you do? How do you?
Let her answer. I don't know my answer. Don't think about it. I should say my own first. See, differences in personality. For me, my greatest strength is God. And how do I exercise that? I can't fight you and read the Bible. So when I'm fighting you, I don't even need you to settle with me. I settle it with myself. So when we're having misunderstanding, I go to Bible to read. Meanwhile, that style does not work with her. Mommy told me on the other side about it. Lórí ìjà yẹn, a máa parí ẹ̀ ká tó sùn. Mommy dẹ̀ like a máa parí ìjà by talking pé sọ tiẹ̀ kí n sọ tèmi. Èmi ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kò sí ní tó kàn mí. Ṣáà fi mi Bible. But by the time I open my Bible, I will tell myself, Segun, no go share me to the Bible. That offense must go. But mommy, we now have to wait for me. Okay, kí n ṣe tán káwọn káwọn sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣe tán ẹni jẹ́ bí 3 a.m. lóru. Wọ́n ti wá multiply offense. The offense yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀. You can offense me. You're going to swing again. Offense number 2. Wọ́n á sọ pé wọ́n ní ọkọ̀ wọn bá mọ́ ní kẹ́tẹ́ nǹkan yẹn ọlọ́run lè gbọ́ mo ní aláàgbọ́. Wọ́n ní because ẹ̀ǹjà ẹ̀dẹ̀ kan báyìí mo ní mo ti parí ẹ̀. Wọ́n nígbà wàlá parí ẹ̀ mo ní mo ti parí ẹ̀ nú mi èmi. Mo ti parí ẹ̀ mo ti lọ. So she told me no, that's not right. It takes 2. Me, I think it takes 1. I can say it myself. So I learned to now talk about it. It takes 2. We talk about it now, and I continue. If I come here, they talk about it. If I come back, I with them, and I pray, Lord. I can meditate it 2, 3, enjoy myself. In short, by the time I've done it for 10 minutes, offense the law, I'm thinking of the good things she has done. Personal way of dealing with issues. So maybe she will answer, "Ti wọ́n ju tèmi lọ." But in sábà ṣe, ṣe máa sábà ṣe, in sábà ṣe. But me in the son of
we fight too. We fight. And I think most of the time we fight is because of, like you said, our differences. Like me, I'm very detailed, very organized. And you know, me, I feel pastor is, I want to watch my word. He's not organized. And there was one day, and he will always say, he's used to it. I should be used to it. That's our differences. And me, I feel you can change too. At least, if not very perfect, at least know how to put things in the right place. One. And you know, before, when we got married, even before we got married, pastor can give you, he's very generous. And he doesn't, you know, pastor will give me those are the things that are causes that I must let you know. Pastor will give me his ATM. Kegba 10,000 naira. And probably on my way to the ATM, I might feel Odeyekin had the 2,000 CO, 12,000. And you know, I'll get to the ATM, collect 12,000, and pastor will not be angry because he would have seen the messages on, and he will not be angry. But these days, if pastor give me his ATM, he will call me like 2 times. And that thing gets me. Hello, 10,000 money. No, as in, he will be looking. Before I get to, so that thing get me. I know. And he'll be looking at his phone. And those things, there's a way, me, I like. And so that thing, I used to take it. It sounds like serious, but to me, it's a very serious. How will you? Don't you trust me? 10,000, I'll collect it, and when, like you said, what help us at very beginning, I told him, I said, once we have any disagreement, let's not transfer it to the next day. Let's make sure we trash it out that same day. And that has really been of a good help. Whatever happens, we make sure it does not go far, it does not get to the next day. So that principle has really helped us.
Serious. That's why taking soccer ball. That mom in the ATM come back 20,000. Mom is so prudent, very prudent. She won't take more. She will do what she says. So when she take more, but this mom in no 1 billion. I get one thing I one. If I no obey, I don't mind prudent. I don't mind don't waste money. This and this. Just mommy, and they say, mommy, 500,000. Imagine. I said, no. Because you know what? Let me tell you guys. Guys, listen to me. Let me tell you something. Responsibility can kill you. Hey, bills. Not because I is full. Bills does not stop. Who notice that? And sometimes it gets to you because while you are thinking of, before you think of next bill has come, and you are doing this now, another one day you come money in the money 30K, money dem jade. Money ni me but I'm not going out. I spend 30K. Money can you jade gan pay me so like because you keep spending money, not because you are wasting. Things are on the rise. So the concurrent bills is something, and sometimes you are getting money now. You are looking at your account that you are okay. Then 1, 2, 3 things, then you are not okay again. Then and people like you that are earning money, you can't compare people like me who is trusting God. You understand? If you trust alone, but it's serious, brother. I'll be unserious with it. But it's not a promise. But because money is an issue now. We need okay, for example now. Mommy is more prudent. Mommy taught us when we are people need to learn when we are very small. We don't buy things in our streets. Even when we don't earn money, that much money. We are earning 20, I was earning 18,000. That's what we are earning. 18,000. When we earn the money, we take it to the market. No matter how small portion it is. We don't buy things from Adibo. Rice, it will drain your finances. No, we don't do it. We go to the market, we buy what we have, we put it down. I'm at the budget. So that we can, my old hands, I'm a motto there. God saw our prudency, so begin to bless me. She can manage all the stages I've gone through from my little money to where I am now by the grace of God. She has helped me to manage my resources. There are things that in our house, who notice, could possible. There will always be something in our house because we have learned to use our resources in the right way. And we give a lot. Mommy first thought I was the giver. I first thought she thought I was the one giving much. Later I knew that she was the one giving more than me. Because I want to feel your call. I want to feel your call. She told me, I let me know. I'm not for you. I have to go and replace it again. But I find that there is more every time. There's always more every time because we give and we are wise with what we have. Till today, we don't buy things. We don't buy simplest of match in the street unless we are boxed into a corner. Because it will drain you. In the anybody journey 200 per Congo. The one had money 280. One drain in on you. Go to market and buy 3 Congos. Keep it there. It helps you a lot. Okay, that's differences in finances is because me I make money, mommy spend. That's our family. I make the money, she spend the money. And there is no money I make that is too big for me to tell her. Short. Tima travel or preach. Have me low airport. Martin want to launch airport. Smart catch flight me. What time about? Offer me low. Offer me 3 million. Umelewa. Wala wa makuku 3 million. What am I making today? I think what's my budget? We are going to spend this on this. Spend this on this. And me, I enjoy it when I go home. If I have 20 million, and God has blessed us to have some little money, no matter the money, either it's 100 million or 1 million, I take it home. The only thing we can't touch there is tithe. We don't touch it. Our tithe. Then we take Bible and write everything. Sometimes I'm struggling for pocket money there. Because there are things to do, and it involves not just us. We look at every other people around us that has a need to. We take care of everything with that money. That's how we have found financial balance. And it works for me. I can't do same account. I will kill her. If I do joint account, I will spend all her money. Because she's the one that always have the backup. Me, I don't have backup. The money comes. One day I was showing my name. Somebody sent me 5 million. Money, my name, you 5 million. Let me. Oh, the money. Unlike when it's in bed. I under the money with $1. Because 5 million go back, target into $5. That person just sent it to me that day. Next month is my thing, but you could buy 150. Under the money, I told you. So I low man buy 5 million. Oh, shady one. What's a long term here? And that's how we manage financial differences. That is differences in how we manage relationship, demands for probably attention. I'm always in the busy circle. Mommy believes that sometimes it's better than sin. And I come up one day. We manage differences like that, but you have to talk about it. That's the talk about your differences. Let that be sound communication, effective communication. Not to tell that person, not to judge that person, but to just look at the best way you can handle what is on ground. You work it out because it takes time for marriage to become one. It's wedding. When they say two become one, it's not a wedding day. It takes time, a long time, for that two to become one.
Thank you, sir. I have another question.
Yes, sir.
It's for a friend, though. The place is working here in Ibadan, so he got transferred to Abuja. While he's married, his wife is working in Ibadan also. So in this kind of situation, what can he do? Because presently now, they are having issues because the wife insisted that she doesn't want him to travel to Abuja for the work.
Praise the Lord. It depends on the kind of job, and if it's something that probably it's, and of course, so many people doesn't like distance relationship, like you in another place, the wife, like that. But it depends. To me, I will cancel. If they are newly married, it will not help them. But if they are, if they are into married, like say 4 to 5, they can cope. There's a way. Probably is it the husband that is in Abuja? Yes.
It's the husband
that was relocated, that got relocated. Probably they can find a balance. Like because of the risk, probably the man should do more of coming down to Ibadan, probably once in a month. Because in this economy, I wouldn't say the man should forfeit the job because of the wife they can just talk it out. Let them agree, let them talk it out. This is a job that we is to help our family, to make our family better. So I will travel and I'll make sure I come once in a month. And probably during the children vacation, or the children and the wife can also travel down to Abuja.
I think the question you ask is not detailed enough. The woman reacting must have a story. The story she's reacting to. Maybe the husband has not been faithful as an issue. The wife saw cases of unfaithfulness. And when you are unfaithful, when you are with her, how much more when you are not with her? So there might be that foundation. We don't know their foundations. However, to the wife also, a wife that complains that the husband wants to travel to Abuja will not mind if the guy is jacked out to US. The same one. There are community chats on the US. Because to that woman, she saw opportunity in US. So I think it's selfishness that is the root of most misunderstanding. When you take self out of it, you will see clearly. And you'll be able to understand how to undo it. I think what you can counsel them to do is to tell the husband to have somebody that sits over the family. They must have somebody that watch over that family, somebody that is superior. Maybe they are pastor, if they have, maybe somebody that they have submitted to, that can come to them together and lighten them up about what to do, so they will not have any issues. But there might be a foundation for what the woman is saying. Most times it's because the guy might not have a stable, faithful life, and the woman is not sure. There is no foundation of faithfulness. I think the woman might also have a fear of not staying alone. All those stuffs, I can't cope alone. Things like that. If all of those things are there, they still have to talk it out. Most times in this economy, it's not wise for you to leave your job. Because if you leave your job and you stay at home, the same woman will complain in the next 2 months when the guy can't meet the bills. So I think they have to talk it out. I will counsel mostly that the husband, like mommy said, we have to take a risk of coming, probably on weekends, public holidays, what have you, until the husband can change the job to Ibadan. If you not get a better offer, you can come down. Because if you go to Abuja, for example, now, and it's earning 250, that money will not come to Ibadan. That money will stay in Abuja. Because 250 in Abuja is nothing. Before I've lived in Abuja for a while. Abuja is expensive. In those days, I was paying 350, and that is almost 20 years ago. So it's a crazy economy there. So when the guy lands there and they find that the salary is nothing, he'll be living in Apo or Guadalada, and he'll be working in Gariki. The money will not come to Ibadan. So the guy will know that if he get a job of 100,000 in Ibadan or 80,000, or better than 250 in Abuja, I think life will just rebalance it for them by understanding. The Lord will help us. Thank you. Okay. Question on?
Yes, written questions.
Come on. Everything. Bring everything. Thank you. The person says, I believe that it's not just a difference. Difference is that when a lady wants out on you, whenever she's angry, regardless of when or who is with me. It looks like a suggestion, not a question. Please check. I think I understand it now. You see, a lady we want out when you mismanage her. You mismanage a lot of things. And I think somebody was asking, I said, I almost mismanaged my marriage by being overly spiritual. Most people don't have listening ears. You can't talk to them. Mama talks about a particular man that used to buy anything to the house without the wife's consent. The wife will not know. She will just go out, come back and bring television. The wife will say, what? But we didn't discuss this now. Say, I saw it and I bought it. The marriage crashed. It's differences, character differences, the growth indices. It's not there. And it's better that woman work out when she can work out before she get married. Because the truth is that when you don't, people see, there is no change in marriage. Let me say something. People don't change. Look at everybody. People don't what? We adapt. Later we just adapt. Let me ask you, how many of us are here whose mother or father has called and said, Yainle, but one from anybody here? Baba yin buru but one kolo. And evidence say Baba yin le, that Baba yin buru. What happened? They have adapted to that person. wọ́n ti àná bàbá tó dẹ̀ lé yẹn dẹ̀ ní ìyá ìyá kan sọ fún wọn pé ìfẹ́ rí bàbá tó lé yẹn o bàbá tó lé yẹn bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ wọlé ìyá yẹn dẹ̀ bá wọn sọ bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ dàkẹ́. She has learned to adapt to that man. So in marriage, we don't really change, we adapt. So before you begin to adapt to what you can adapt to, it's a bit difficult. Well, adaptation also can be painful when it's not genuine. That's why people are depressed in marriage. Because and you grow, will change. Life will increase. I was saying on Tuesday that if you marry a girl, there should be favor on you. If you marry a guy, there should be progress. All these things are very vital. Change in courtship. Change. Do we really change? Do we really change? It's not working. Please, can you on it?
Now, this is what I mean. Courtship is meant to study each other. And if you notice any flaw in each other, let me just say, for example, notice that your intending wife is the one that gets angry at any little thing. And you keep on thinking you can manage it. Is there any way you can change it?
Do you want to hear the truth? Gauge the anger. If you can manage it, because it's not going to stop. Do we really change? No. Change is divine. You can't change anybody by yourself. Change comes from God. It takes God to change that person. The Bible says, study to show yourself approved. It's yourself, not the person. So when I'm studying you, it's to approve myself, not to approve you. Let me repeat. I'm a girl, is a guy. Bible says, study to show yourself approved. So when I'm studying this guy, it's to approve if I can stay with him, not to approve him. It has nothing to do with who he is. The approval is, can I stay with him? If the answer is no, run. Because even when you think he has changed, the change will not meet up with your requirements. Study to show yourself approved, not him. So when I look at that person, no, it's not about you, it's about me. You understand me? It's about me. It's not about that person. Media, can you use the platform so that it will be easy for you to capture why we... I've seen a lot of people that says change. I've not seen change. And I listened to Reverend Shola Kolade when he was doing 26 years at the anniversary, and they said we didn't really change. They did to adapt. When me and mommy used to write when we were young, we used to write things every anniversary. I'm going to call it development, strength, weaknesses. What do you want? I think come. I think that. Because I am. I adapt. I'm going to call it. I'm going to. So next year I'm going to review the last year. I'm going to come in next year. I should adapt. That's adapt. That's it. So thank you, Daddy and Mommy. How do you manage differences in financial management? I think we have answered this. I submit my finances 100%. I don't ask Mommy to bring money. I don't ask her. It's not wrong to ask your wife to contribute, but I don't ask her. And she doesn't come to me when she has the money to do things. She just do it. The money she has to do things, she just go ahead and do it. She won't ask me. She just do that part. So when she didn't ask me for money, I know she's doing it. But I've never asked her, contribute 10 naira. Give them 10 naira. I've never. Every of our responsibility is my responsibility. But she always makes sure she does her own by herself without asking me. See, my dad's one me, I don't go any shoulder for me. Don't know if I'm or come looking. If I'm at the family, my family, don't know local. Secondly, how do you cope with that this time constraint, and his attention and affection towards you, man.
Hallelujah. Once you know you are getting married to a man of God, a pastor, you have to bear a lot of things, and you need to you need to be patient, as in 100%. Do you know most ladies that takes your husband time, if it's they can't take it. And same people that complain about their husband not too close to them, their husband are the same thing that we want to take the whole pastor's time. So once you are getting married to a pastor, you are in for a whole lot. Initially, it was not, I said I knew, but I said most things I was not that prepared for it. And at the beginning of our marriage, I used to be angry. I used to be angry because it was so worse that there was a day I served food and somebody called and he left the food. Went with the as an answer and to make it worse, there was now a pastor's friend wife that was with us. And that one now said, me, I can take everything, but you see what happened me like that my husband is not like that though. If my husband wants to eat, can your coffee oh my gel? As in God is my witness. That was what she said. So aggravate everything. That Gio left the food. So I was very hungry too. So he got back, I told him, Sherry, same people. And I used to feel same people that called you would have called, and I know people. Same people that called would have called 2 or 3 other ministers too. And they want, in fact, somebody called at night around 1 a.m. She called 16 times. Loru 16 times. And he not called that the husband's younger brother is sick. And I felt, of course, there is spiritual intervention in the hospital 16 times. Because pastor, so I said, pick it. Even me, I felt, pick it. That's my husband's brother here is sick. I felt, lock me 16 times, that this is not too good. So if you want to, you have to be patient and have a very thick, in fact, to endure so many. Because some people, there's a way some people will take your husband time and, once they feel they are taking, but some people will do it and rub it on your face like this, like, and by time, faint. So if you are going to marry to a pastor, you have to be patient. And you have to, when it was only me, but now, I'm going no. Like last week Sunday now, he got home around 8:08. So when it was past 7, I had to call her. She went church. Thank God for my sister that is us. Thank God for Momo. When it was only me, it would be only me like that. And it will go on, people calling me. I'm a man of the people. You should know. Our mother, sorry that I'm taking that. Our mother in the Lord said, and I don't know why. It is well. Mama, our mother in the Lord told us that there was a time he went to a particular church. And I used to tell pastor, read the face in your because Papa used to teach us that Mama used to at least otito. But it's when you are doing otito to pastor, you will now take more time. So now Emmanuel is my friend. I would have tell Emmanuel, even when I was pregnant, when I was at home, I said, Emmanuel, my pastor try to manage things. If it is 8 people that want to see him, just 6. Come back, most time he's strong. It's only because he doesn't show it. In fact, there was a time he was very strong. He was so strong that his friend Reverend they called in the morning that make sure he did not go to service today because he was on drip and he came to church. And people will now, so it's not, most time it's not even about me because I'm used to it. Most time it's about him. But I want to prepare anyone getting married to pastor, that time constraint. You can't determine it though. You just have to be patient and adapt to the call that this is our, just enjoy it. Now me, I enjoy it now too. Okay. Ọlọ́run máa wà pẹ̀lú yín.
Tí máa délé máa ń bẹ̀bẹ̀, ẹ má bínú pé àpẹ, mo máa ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ o, nǹkan dédé wọlé, ẹ má bínú pé àpẹ. Ìgbà mí dẹ̀ ni wọ́n á kàn wù mí pé wọ́n náà ṣàṣàánú yín. Mo ṣáà gbà fọ́lọ́ pé àṣà ń kó, we are all adapting. It is well. It is well. I think you answered this one. Somebody asked, what do you think about running the same account? I know couples that he work for. They have the same joint account. Timbashi, my grand business mommy. My finish it. I can't. I finish business for anyone there. Me I think when the jockey back she's possible for me. But what I do is financial transparency. I'm so transparent financially. Me, I'm so transparent. There is no money that God can give me that I can hide. Zero way. I'm so transparent. If I have 1 billion today, I will tell her first. 1 billion to Wale. I didn't cancel joint account. I just said that do transparency. Transparency cannot lead you to joint account if you want to. But for me, I can't keep because of the way I spend money. And things I do. I can't keep financial joint account. I can't keep it. It's not going to work for her. I'm going to hurt her if I do it. Because of the kind of person I am. But me, financial decorum. And your manager. But my counsel, if you choose to have the same account, still have different account. That would be my counsel. If you have the same account, still have different. Person asks, is it advisable for a man and a lady that came from a separated and divorced home to get married to each other? Very easy. That should be an example for you of what not to do. Because you don't determine what happened to your parents. And that should not determine what happened to you. But that should help you to know what not to do. Because that should help you to learn. Bible says these things are written for our examples. So that should be an example for you to do better with yours. That your parent does not have money doesn't mean that you can't marry somebody that has money. Because your parent did not travel out. You say, I won't travel out. It doesn't work that way. Life is not mathematics. But you should learn and probably continue from there. Second question, what should be our disposition to people and family during the test of faith in our marriage?
Praise the Lord. There's a part of the scripture that says, God will not tempt you above what you can bear. So if no matter what you are going through in marriage, you should know that God knows that you can go through this and you will overcome. So when you are going through anything, any challenges in your marriage, any test of faith in your marriage, your disposition to people should be, you should know how to handle it yourself and not let it affect. Of course, it might want to affect your relationship. I used to tell myself when we were waiting, when I'm coming to church, and at times I'll just be troubled, like have a lot of questions in my heart. And as I'm coming to church, I used to preach to myself. I would tell myself, Adenike, you have a lot of people that depends on you. So please, that is looking up onto you. So I'll tell myself, smile, cheer up. And so when I'm coming, before I enter the church, I would have work on myself and tell myself, you have to be happy. If not for yourself, for others too. So most time I will smile. I'm smiling genuinely, but in me, I'm thinking that it is well. So when no matter what you are going through, don't wear it. Don't wear it, and don't feel anybody around you is your problem. Just know that it is a test of time, and you will overcome it. It will pass. And you know, when one come, another one will come. Like you are in 100, if you are in 100 level, you are still trying with your 101. When you get to 200 level, 201 is the advanced of 101. So just know that when you mount and hurdle, another one will come, and it will till we go to meet our Lord. It will keep coming and coming. So just know that God is in it, and you can do it. You can be fine. You will overcome it.
Well, I think mommy has dealt with it, but let me add something. How do you deal with people? People are not the cause of your problem. Somebody like me is a road. When we had challenge of 13 years, she never had any asker, she said, to come and say, Pastor, to the way. She never saw me sorry for one day. She never saw me, not one day.
And I feel, devil is the accuser of the brethren. I think there's a way that God wants to test you. And God will make people, and it's people that you trusted so much, people that you love. Some people will just be there to just, in fact, because why I said, while I'm saying this, I have a particular sister too. We met 2 years ago, and she also was trusting God for the fruit of the womb. But I noticed that she's full of bitterness because of people around her. And God helped me so much. The husband made a mistake by the husband and the younger brother have their house close to each other. And that younger one, of course, have like 4 children. And that wife is so terrible that she will say it to her face. Oh yeah, and she do that, to the woman every time. And in fact, she collided with some neighbors to hurt her. So there was one day I was praying, and God helped me to know that this woman, this bitterness is bitterness that is stopping her from. So I had to talk to her, that ma. I pray for wisdom. So one day I just talked to her. I said, Sherry, God will do this, but you are bitter. And if God is going to do it, this bitterness in your heart, it has to leave. It has to leave. I said, leave them. When the results come, I said, do you know that our own case made me know that success is me, I man buy or celebrate. They don't even want to know what you went through. I was telling one of us what I went through before we got. Oh, then sukumuni sukun. I said there were times that one nurse used to give me injection by the roadside. Then I was working in police, so Makawa shop offer me injection for fertility. Any shop. I said, need this song go LA road. I've collected injection. No. Then even me, I will collect the injection. I will wipe my tears down. So I told the woman, I said, just forgive them and make sure you pray. And we pray together that let this bitterness go. They are 14 years old, 14 years. If I tell you that she's pregnant now, because devil has been, devil has God, even God himself has withheld something from her because she's bitter. Now she's pregnant. And the day, what she did, she could not even tell. Mary was there the day she broke the news. She broke the news that she's pregnant. See what bitterness has laid hold. So once just don't. I said on your birthdays, that was like the day we had our Thanksgiving, I shared our testimony that don't, on your birthday, devil would have raised people that will make you know that you have problem. Instead of them to wish you happy birthday. What birthday? Do. Me do. She be cakey when you me to do. I said to a family member, one of my in-laws, were related. I went to our daughter that is a tailor. And the whole apparatus, everybody was there. So our daughter disappointed because they shop. I didn't meet her. Instead of ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ àṣẹ fẹ́ wàṣọ yẹn ni ẹ má worry Ọlọ́run bá mi dùn yín nínú mo pé lórí aṣọ ṣẹ́ wa alright. I want to collect my clothes. What is Ọlọ́run dùn mí nínú ẹ̀yin náà bímọ lágbára Ọlọ́run tẹ́ bá máa. She just want the old people tó wà ń bẹ̀ to know. I went for a wedding. You see, those are people very close to you. Wọ́n fẹ́ bá dé mi jẹ́ lọ́jọ́ yẹn ni mo kàn ráwọ̀ wọ̀. We went for a wedding. In the whole reception, there people were there. And somebody said, do you know, congratulations. So pastor that have been waiting. Want to be more. Everybody in the hall, of course, were there, but say, bó ṣe máa sọ nìyẹn. Bọ́lá ṣe máa dẹ́ iná lónìí ẹ̀. And we were at the back. Everybody tó wà ní reception cut on. You know some people wọ́n kàn ṣorí pé èyà àwọn èèyàn wá fún mi ní special mo ó kàn fẹ́ bá dé mi dé lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Mo pé this reception wedding kayọ̀ la wá ṣe lónìí. Màá handle yín later. Màá já màlà màá wá handle yín later. So later I felt I was going to call her pé ẹ̀dẹ̀ ríro púpọ̀ ní reception ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn but you know Holy Spirit can't help me because pé well kò sí nǹkan kan mọ́. So in fact, if you have to, don't just listen to people. Don't listen to people. Face your God. And don't be bitter. You know God knows if you are bitter. So don't pretend like you are happy. Don't be bitter. And one thing I used to know is if Bible says, if you are faithful with another person's thing, God will be faithful to commit your own. Be happy for people. Be happy. One thing about my husband that I used to tell people is, when we are waiting, Tabambo Lati name me, I will expect when we get to the car, the pastor should start this emotional prayer. Thank God for them. When we are, God will do our own. It will be my husband will not say that one. That baby looks so much like the father-in-law. Don't you see that? Look at this one. She will not even mention all those emotional prayer. We just be happy for them. That baby looks so much like the father, like the. So please, when you are going through time, don't just know that it is you are there with you and your God. Leave what people will say. Well, that people will not do anything to you. Even me, some carelessly, they are talking to me for counsel. One time, there's somebody in our area. I want to wojú Ọlọ́run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ iná ṣe ń wojú Ọlọ́run. Times I smile. Yeah. Èèyàn tó wá bá mi fún counsel, ó tún rọ̀bù ẹ̀ pé mo mọ̀ pé ìwọ náà níṣòro tiẹ̀. So,
if people can't put you there, people can take you out. You know what I said? If people don't put you there, they can't take you out. Just leave them. I never bother my head one day about it. Not that people don't talk. I've seen that before, but that's why I tell you, pastor, try. Daddy ori pé ní o ti ọ̀rẹ́ o ṣe yẹn kan sí mi. Maybe one day I will get there, but I'm not there now. I've learned, Bible says, Jesus said, you don't trust people. Tabalo preach. How was it? I mean, forget what they are saying there. How was the preaching? Ask Nathaniel. I asked them, how was the preaching today? They tell me, Daddy, that one was powerful. It's about that one. I know. I learn. That's how you grow. That's how you grow. Thank you, man. How do you manage or help a partner with inferiority complex? How do you help manage a partner with inferiority complex? It's a big question. And then what you can do. See, most of these things are not spiritual. Probably it's the foundation, the background, the events of life that person has been through. The first thing is stop exposing that person first. First sit down and have a personal dealing. Bring that person to understanding. Don't judge. Look into the past. Begin to heal that person from the past. The moment that person is healed from the past, he'll be ready for the future. But until that person is healed from the past, he can't be ready. There's a lot of baggage. So stop throwing that person to the public. Don't throw that person to the public. First, defend that person. Be a wall between that public and that person until that person is healed. that person will be ready to go out and speak. I think that's what you can do, coupled with a lot of counseling. Nigeria, we don't pay for psychological counseling. I wish we can. That we can take your wife and say you need a psychological counsel, and you pay, and the person sit down to heal that person because it's a healing. But we don't do it in Nigeria. It's a big deal abroad. It's a big deal, and we don't do it. And not all things that a pastor can do. Because pastors are not professional in all things. So like me, I study psychology, sociology. I can help you, but there are pastors who can help you. I'm going to need help in some areas. So you must learn to value it. But Nigeria should be over and everything for us in Nigeria. So it's difficult. Thank you. So let's go to one grand question. Which reason is that? I think they still have one or two or three. I can't hear you. Can we take another microphone to that person, please?
Thank you, sir. This question, I want to throw it directly to more because then she's a lady like me. And first thing, I think as a woman being, I think it's normal for maybe a lady or a man to crush for each other. I think it's normal. So maybe maybe you are doing everything, you understand? So maybe Sunday the person now they started giving attitude. You understand? So the lady will be like, I want mommy to maybe my own part of it not right.
You are crushing on a guy.
Yes, you are crushing. I don't know.
So the guy is now reacting.
No.
Giving you attitude. No, not you. Okay. Like someone is crushing on a guy, and the guy is now giving out attitude that he's not giving positive vibe.
No, maybe it's not giving before, but maybe later give vibes. But as in you've been a long way, as in the way you are doing, people around you everywhere think maybe this one you are really taking, and it's not. You understand? So maybe later after some months, not that the guy is giving attitude. You understand? But I think the lady will be feeling like, the lady will be expecting that maybe the guy will ask her out. So they get lady for the anything in mind. You understand? So as a lady, if I just for me or so much tó bí tí orí obìnrin yẹn tó bá ti pé ó lè find a way kó distance àwọn méjì kan.
Wọ́n mi ní kó withdraw Bible back. Let me tell you something. See, Christians don't admit the truth. We crush. Christians hide it. We are only spiritual with our crush. I'm praying, but Lord, open his heart, open his eyes. I saw somebody, but any the color open eyes in you, all on so fun. You know, color open eyes in you crush too. Is it possible that we can crush on each other? Yes. Should you express it? No. Listen to me very well. Should you express it? No. No. I always tell people, when you throw yourself too cheaply, people will not value you. It's completely sometimes the pressure you apply is the reason for the rejection. Because the guy failed. What is the problem? You are coming too much for me. A natural man is an hunter by nature. A natural man is an hunter by nature. Man will hunt for you. A woman is the hunted by nature. They like to be pursued. So when you have a crush, you must still let him be the hunter. Yes, it's not going to feel like a catch. You're going to feel you didn't want it. You came to me too cheaply. Only a man with a low self-esteem receives such women. A natural man wants to be the one that can say, "Mo pursue mo de mo." Now, Baba, also animal mo get here mo. Guys, relax. I have funny. Does it get on mine? I am. What's the family? What's the Aguilana? I actually a bit baba and so for I always get what I want, I get it. That's a natural man. The moment push it, they will get that one. But when he say girl, I try myself, the guy felt the man saw I knew we got to so a natural man find his honor in the fact that he pursues you. So we can crush, but you have to learn to manage that crush. 1, 2. When the guy does not, when you crush, you felt the guy also crushed. Even when the guy does not crushed, because when you crush, everything crush with it. No, it's natural. When a man, you can't help a person in love too much. You can't. It's difficult to help a person in love. For example, now you can't help me out of the love for Jesus, love for my wife, or love for Manchester United. You can't help me out. Come on, man, you every day, much of my life, you know. I choose that club. You didn't choose me, I choose it. So whatever happens is my problem. Then about the waiting about do not. It's okay. So what happened is that you choose. So when you crush, you feel that the person also crushed with you. But the person might not even crush you. You might just be maintaining a natural relationship. But the way you see it, because your heart is already going in that direction, you see it wrongly. How do you know if the guy is interested? Because your measurement might be wrong. I'll give you an example. Wait. Most times, do you know why most pastors fall? Because most sisters in the church believe a pastor loves them. Every sister in church believe a pastor loves them. In short, when pastor asks you how are you doing, are you okay? That I ask you, are you okay? Doesn't mean I love you. I love you as a member. You understand me? But a lady think that if any guy just asks, how are you doing? I hope you have eaten. That means he cares about me. Then in Nigeria, what do we ask you? In this hunger season, have you not eaten? Are you fine? But when a guy also becomes too repetitive, you are passing a wrong message. I understand that there are boundaries. Boundaries that a guy can cross easily. But a guy that is careless will cross boundary without knowing it. When we are in school in those days, I know guys who like to go and eat in guest house. Me, I don't do it, even when I was in school. So I can't say I eat in any guest house when I was in school. I always eat in restaurant. I'm not a regular student. I'm a big boy. When I was in school, I don't do all this, go to a young guest house and eat. You can't see me, like here, I can't come to your house and eat. I go to restaurant, I eat, I take my friends, I go. I don't do weekend in school, so I don't even have time for all this, I don't have time. Weekend, but Thursday, daily. I go to school on Monday, I come back on Friday or Thursday. I don't have time for all these things. But I know some of my friends who go to guest house and they go and eat there, and the guy will cook, and the guy is thinking that the guy has something. Oh, well, yeah, a bit funny. As he left the house, he's going to somebody else's house for lunch, for dinner. Free food. But a lady always have emotional language that men don't have. Men are not emotionally intelligent. We are not. But Obìnrin is emotionally intelligent that he can read your emotions and interpret it the way she wanted. But the guy is emotionally bankrupt. He does not read anything. He's an illiterate, non-entity, empty brain, full of nothing. He knows nothing. He's just eating for fun. And there are many guys that later, when they sense that you are trying to push at them, even when they are eating and trying to communicate with you, they push back. Because what they are trying to do is not what you are trying to do. And they don't want to hurt you, they just push back. They're not asking, but he showed me attention. He didn't show you anything. You're the one that has that emotional intelligence. And you're the one that interprets it yourself. It's not that guy. What should the lady do, Abby? Is it batteries or what?
That in that type of thing, bóyá lady yẹn tètè mọ̀ pé the guy pé kò like òun pé kí lórúkọ ẹ̀. Tó dẹ̀ tètè jẹ́ kó tó fẹ́ yẹ kí guy yẹn mọ̀ pé no, I know that you do not like me, that this thing is just kí guy yẹn, the guy still now be doing as if as in kókó fẹ́ sọ pé yẹn pé kí ni bọ̀ kó tó máa later máa kó tó máa feel kó tó máa as in kó fẹ́ máa
send
di
vibe.
lady no kó máa ṣe wípé orí lady yẹn as in lady do not know what he or as in
She's doing.
àbí pé kí ló fẹ́ tí lady yẹn fẹ́ra rẹ̀ ó fẹ́ kí distance wà láàrin yẹn and the guy is now saying like pé lady yóò mọ̀ kó tó sọ pé ṣé mo ní ṣá ní anything papọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni ṣá you daddy you don't get.
Okay, let me tell you the truth. Ó dùn gẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ó dùn gẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. See, guys, look at me. Let me be sincere with you. Everybody look here. Hear me. Thank you for answering individually. But listen to me, everybody. You know what? We need relationships beyond the one you're going to marry. You need other relationships. In short, life is about relationships. And the poorer you are in relationship, the poorer you are in life. You must learn to relate with people very well. Beyond dating. So if your heart goes high on that person and the person does not come high like you expected, it might hurt you, take time to heal. But does it mean that you should cut off that relationship? No. Because that person might be an helper in the future. I know one woman who said that she was a girlfriend of Akala when they were in Ghana. Because Akala's parent and that man's parent are from the same place. They all moved to Ghana. So they had a childhood, all this children love when they are young. Akala toasted, want to jam. He did not, when Akala was a policeman and Akala saw that woman, they are both married. Akala took him and the woman felt. She didn't know that man will be a governor. That man was working in the secretariat. Later, Akala became a governor. The woman said, Akala will help me. Could help me? So when the woman became governor, the man knew that the woman wanted distance. What the distance? Because when he came, old time, how are you fine? Just talking. The woman shut him down, embarrassing. So the guy stayed back. Oh, the governor thought the man now want to use him as a governor to get increase in life. And the guy said no. So most times when you meet people, you have to understand that. So don't fight them. If you want a distance, if that is the way you can heal, create that distance, but don't fight. Are you foolish? No. Are you unwise? No. You know what is good for you. Do what is good for you without destroying anything. If it takes you time to heal, tell him, at first you are passing at me and my heart goes up. Sorry, for me to heal, give me time. Marco Asube go now understand. Be communicative enough. I almost fell in love with you. Oh, they come true. So for me time. Jao, but they can't me. Me more, but so enjoy so saying. Am I alone? One time. I want to law. So to bá ti wá lọ bẹ́yẹn kó tó dé ìwọ náà ti dí pẹ̀lú ara rẹ̀. Kí bí tó ti wá lọ yẹn wàá tán fún ìwà picture ẹ̀bẹ̀ ó lè ti lọ. Ó wá gan ò lọ o. So jẹ́ kó lọ. Sincerity
of pray.
Pray, okay.
You know, you said something. I want to address, Wumi said something and had to. I want to address that case. You said something about the hunter. Hunter will always hunt for a prey. And when the hunter gets into the game, and look for the prey, and definitely a prey will not wait for him. They will surely run. But if hunter now find a particular prey that just stay, just come and catch me easily, hunter will doubt the authenticity of that prey If you at the particular point in time, if you now catch some more than when you get home, you will tell the wife, oh, please, mark this one, separate it. Because maybe there's something. If we die with posterity, if I thought they eat their prey, it might cause them harm. Maybe something has happened to it. So that just it. Please, just take it like that. Thank you. It might be poison.
Pastor, what ti dẹ̀gbẹ̀rí, wọ́n ti ṣọ̀dẹ̀rí, wọ́n perfect analysis, wọ́n ṣọ̀dẹ̀rí. Wọ́n ní tó bá dúró nǹkan ṣe ẹ́ ni. Ó yẹ kó máa sá lọ, kó máa lé ẹ. Ó ní ṣáájú ò, máa sá lọ. Wọ́n máa lé ẹ, wọ́n ní báyìí, wọ́n máa sá lọ. Wọ́n tún wẹ̀yìn, wọ́n ti ń lé wọn, wọ́n tún máa sá lọ. But tó bá kàn dúró pé ẹ mú mi, ẹ ṣáà mú mi, èmi rè ẹ mú mi, ó sì kìíní. Nǹkan ṣe ẹ, wọ́n á pé wọ́n ní lè jẹ́, wọ́n á ní Ebola ló ní, wọ́n á fi ẹsẹ̀ gbẹ kan. Pastor ti pẹ́ ní wọ́n ti ń feed. Amen. Any other question? Still one question. Okay.
Daddy, no, like your mommy now. I really love the way you and Sister Kiki, the way you used to do, the way you used to. Maybe now, maybe normal. I think it's normal. See, Daddy, we are talking about sorrow and family. They just saw even go with the family each other. I think it's normal. But maybe like Daddy, we happy. As in, maybe like Daddy, kọ́ wa ló máa sọ ní àárín family ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́jọ́ sọ láàrin yín tẹ́jọ́ bú àwọn family ara yín kọ́ wa ló máa sọ ní àárín family. As in, you know, as a lady, you will feel that even go, as in you feel like Daddy ẹni kọ́kọ́ wò pé, as in you don't think as maybe Daddy is for you being àwọn tí I don't even know how to put it.
A man should be protected.
Whatever
you say in your closet, as in between
yes.
each other, transfer.
Yes, our family Daddy wọ́n lè wà máa bí àti Daddy ṣe lọ máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ yín fún àwọn so mọ̀ pé ó possible wọn máa rò pé àtò ìyàwó tí ìrọ̀kan báyìí fẹ́ wọ́n máa ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ṣe nígbàgbọ́. I think it's normal tí wọ́n bá bínú bọ̀. I want you to give me advice.
A man should be protected. Don't sell your family, your wife cheaply to your own family.
And even the family.
And even the what? And it should be vice versa too. A wife should be protected too.
Yes.
You don't feel as in.
No, understand.
If I get you, correct me. In terms of the tá a bá jọ sọ̀rọ̀ nílé lọ́pàá àtìyàwó kò yẹ kẹ́ni kankan láàrin wa dé takò lọ sọ fún fámìlì ìkan láàrin wa àbí ìbí náà sọ nìyẹn kò wá tún jẹ́ kí tẹ́wá tó wá ṣe nǹkan fámìlì wa kò yẹ kí tí wàá sọ fún ìyàwó mi nílé.
nǹkan tí mọ́mì bá ti wá sọ kẹ́ tí wàá lọ máa sọ fún fámìlì
ok láti wá sọ tán wọ́n tán
pé ètí báyìí ni ìyàwó mi sọ.
mọ́mì là á dáhùn yẹn ṣùgbọ́n kíní kan ní pé torí àtòrí ọkọ àtòrí ìyàwó ó ní the brain check.
You should. You are the two of you are one. Our family, even though they are your family, they are relative, but you should have things that say kò ní owó nísìnyí bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan ní family yín bóyá ìwọ lówó yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kó wá fún ọkọ yẹn ló fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan family ṣé wàá sọ pé kó lọ ṣó máa débẹ̀ kó lọ sọ pé ọkọ mi ló fún mi ní ìyàwó mi ló fún mi lówó tí mo no. So you should have your own bond, your own thing. Tí kò tiẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ open sí family. So whatever they say in your family too, ó yẹ kó lè even kan sọ̀rọ̀ ìyàwó ẹ̀ ní family, you should be able to stand for her and say rárá, this is not my wife, this is. You might not even, it's not necessary you might even get home to tell your wife pé àwọn bú ẹ ní family because wọn lè sọ pé wọ́n bú ẹ kí o calm. Wọ́n náà wàá fẹ́ sọ pé eléwo nínú wọn ló bú mi bá wá ṣàìsí ẹ̀ náà. So the husband might not even get home to tell you pé wọ́n. So you are one. Ìkan tẹ́ bá ṣe ọ̀tọ̀. Ìkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní family wọn náà ọ̀tọ̀. Ìwọ náà likewise you and your husband ìkan tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní family yín ọ̀tọ̀. You also should be able to protect your husband too. Bóyá wọ́n ní ọkọ ẹ̀ kò máa like we went for a wedding last week now. So it's me, my family, my daddy's elder brother. Ó ṣe ìyàwó fún ọmọ ẹ̀ and pastor said àwọn ní meeting landlord meeting that is not going to attend. And thank God, me and Kike, we went. We enjoy ourselves. And Mary, and Momo, we enjoy. And everybody asks after him, pastor, come one meeting to important. So that is it. You should be able to cover up for your landlord. You see, landlord need that be important. And pastor has always, everything. Once there was a time I said, "Emi no ni ma lọ family function. You must be torí pé ó jẹ́ Muslim. Ó jẹ́ kini." I remember it was Mama that said, "Don't do that. Don't do that. It is his own personality. You should be able to cover. You can't be attending gbogbo function bẹ́ẹ̀." So me, Kike was there. Everybody, ọkọ is fine. Wọ́n ní meeting tó important gan náà fi wá. Mo then wọ́n ti ní kí àbúrò wọn wá represent, and she represented very well. So.
Thank you, family to make me here. I shall be coming anytime. Time. Let me be sincere with you. Children should not marry. It looks childish. What you just explain now looks to me like a childish attitude, and children should not marry. It takes maturity to marry and to stay married. When you find a couple who runs home, you are talking about you. Mommy, you are not worthy to be married yet. You should still go back to the primary school of life and grow again. Because a sound, mature person handles issue within themselves. I can say to you by the grace of God, nobody has ever sit us down and settled issue for us once in our marriage. Nobody. If you can't handle issues, that is height. Make sure you even have issues. We can go to those who are ahead of us. I mean, it's an issue. How much less? Never done sorrow for me. Next thing, then I don't transfer family. That's childish. Those two of them should not even be in a relationship, not talk about getting married. So my counsel are being for them to, if they are not married, they should separate and go and grow. If they are married, they should submit to leadership and they should let them work with them till they grow. Because that is very, very childish. Marriage, a máa ń búra wa ńlé family ara wa máa ń búra wa gan ó máa ń bú family wọn lára oko ni wọn lù wá wọn sì máa ń bú mu ní àbọ̀ ọba nílùú yín ara oko ni bẹ́ẹ̀ máa tó bú mu jọ́kan mo ní mo lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ mo rẹ́nìkan tó tọ́kìn kí wọ́n sneakers ó wọ lace ó tọ́kìn ó wọ sneakers máa ń bú wọn lára nílùú yín mo rẹ́nìkan tó wọ lace ó tọ́kìn ó wọ sneakers lace big boy wọ́n tún wá yẹn ilẹ̀ ó tún wá ṣe they are local in that place. I know my boombe, I know local lua. Ekolamanje, Igbawo. And sometimes I'm not better but to somebody, one man. I need Romy, me. I'm not say, mommy, that's something is wrong with you, fundamentally wrong. Only the brain check. It's not supposed to be. Want to say something?
Chapter 2, verse 24. Says that a man, not a boy. Project, let me just say. A man will need his father and your mother and be joined. Until you are a man, you can't get married.
You can't get married now.
Because you have to.
And it's not age. And let me go that biology grow. Decision making, poor. Life making decision, poor. Relationship, poor. Financial decision, poor. One day I was talking to somebody. I said, "How can you?" A guy came to me one day, and the fancy, then one church, not here. And the lady was talking to me, and I called the guy. I said, "Madam Arimi." So when the guy came, I said, "She can't share." So the two of them came to this church during family meeting. See, today they are not married. She said, the guy is too unstable. What the November? Sir, change the guy said, on what? Calm down. We can't marry this way. Everything to him is opportunity. So they came for every meeting this year, and I spoke with them. I begged the girl, talk to the guy, calm down. The guy will always tell me, see, be careful, spiritual brothers. Say, as I was praying, the Lord spoke to me. I said, stop hearing the Lord that's speaking to you. Hear reason now. Hear Bible. Because we don't know the one we are speaking to you. Every time the Lord spoke to me to move, every time the Lord is speaking to him. So I can't trust that Lord with him. See today. So I didn't know if they are still together or not. I've not seen the girl for a while now. And the guy till today is still saying the Lord spoke to me. He changed this job. He moved from here. He go to here. He said the Lord never tell him to sit still. He's always jump around. So the guy is saying, no, sir. I don't want this. It's not matured yet. So that lack of maturity is why they are still there. And you are right. It's a man that should marry, not a boy. Do you know the difference between a man and a boy? One day I had a message of D.K. Olukoya, 21 difference between a man and a boy. Who had that message? D.K. Olukoya was going to pray. 21 reasons difference between a man and a boy. That day I was doing extreme of my life. You preach 21 difference between a man and a boy. A man is the one that still go to the tail of his mother. It's a boy. How can you marry a man and in your wedding day, all he's telling you that mommy said, everything mommy said, that is of me. Kim Beshi, that is of me. That is of me. Daddy, yeah, that's of me. But my dad is of that is of me. Kiwani wa Kilo so. So there is a lady they brought to me with a girl. What's the name of? The girl came in from Dubai to marry that guy, and they brought that. We sat down there. Mommy knows the man that brought that man to me and said, "Pastor, enjoy help because the husband comes to me." Only the girl begin to talk. The girl just saw a gun. But the girl is Asha. But if you don't want to talk to me, sir, only your wedding day, the mother called the husband. We were and the guy left on the wedding day. The guy left the wife at home. He didn't come back until the next day. So the woman began to accuse the man. Accuse them that because there are many wedding days. I left for 2 days. Then I don't know. Mommy, you ilé ẹ lọ́wọ́ náà báyìí sìn jọ́kàn ní ọmọ kan náà bí o gẹ ọmọ yẹn ọkọ̀ ọmọ yẹn jìyà ọmọ yẹn ti kókó lé báyìí bọ́dẹ̀ ìbọn yẹn tẹ́ bá rí àwọn board gang ní ó fáìn gbà nígbà jẹ wọ́n máa fẹ́ tó mọ́ o irú bẹ́ẹ̀ máa kún báyìí ní ó máa fi ṣáìn sí àwọn àdán tó bá rí wà lẹ́yìn ti tán. But on the inside is a boy. It's not even a boy, it's a child. So I call him. When you share, I heard this about you. Daddy called him. I have to say, I want to go and see your mom. Mom, I say, old man, Lodi. Kilo de. When you walk on, me like when you get later you find out like, but I got too powerful. Get you away. Come on. What shall I mess up? Kò tiẹ̀ balance kò tiẹ̀ in short èmi gánà tí wọ́n yọ kàn mọ́ yẹn má wà gbà mọ́ ẹ lọ sẹ́tù ẹ̀ bọ́ mi because mi ìmọ̀ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ settle issue the more you are trying to settle the more it's getting complicated because the mother's factor is there The father's factor is different. The boy is connected to his family too much. The guy also has his own mom. But and I sit down 2 hours. I can roll just me. We come together. When you are wasting my time, I'll leave alone. You're just wasting my 2 hours of my night. For me. And none of them want to hear anything. Sir, the balance of Robo. Get it, there's some way. Couldn't just sort of. Kilo share. Sir, what Dalenu, what Jolena, Joe. I'm sat with it. Why long? I'm sat with it. My law. I don't go by the I'm sat with it. My law. Yeah, I pack around my law. Because you are not listening, you are not ready to learn. How do you help someone that is unteachable? The guy not saying, but she too is unteachable. You can't help someone that is unteachable and tell culture it's unteachable. Why boy last week? I'm not telling me after Sunday. Why boy? Who called him in that day? That is survive. That one is dead. We need glory to Jesus. Glory. So how are you? Daddy, you kill it yourself now. So what? Next one, the man fell. I to dead. But taking software, you be on this journey for a long time. How be it, your life will not grow one single day. But show you how but don't show you in the life. The sneakers don't work. Shamaya. Let me show you shape. Baba shape. Mama shape. But growth. But when you are living, you can't grow. Because mom will believe. So we have to close this service today. Question. Okay.
It's not a question per se. Sorry.
Okay. I will hear your question.
Okay, it's more like something I want you to speak on. Because, it's a trend I've noticed a lot.
Okay.
Traditionally, like the old couples, our father's family. But in recent times, I've realized that, quite a number of young people are already going with the flow. The idea of, this is not a jab at any gender or anybody, but traditional spouse, whether man or woman. But I'm going to focus on the one that I know. Okay, so I grew up in a home where, both parents work, corporate jobs and all of that. And I remember that while I was growing up, my mom was a teacher. She's retired now. When I was I think I wanted to enter GS1, my mom went back to school for her BSc. And I can't forget. I was very young, but I can't forget. And that has been a very form of motivation for me. And people that know me, they know how much I love academics and I love to further education, career and blah, blah, blah. But I realized that in recent times, you meet people that you are a modern day person, but you want this traditional thing, they will tell you that typically a man will come and tell you, I'm going to talk as a woman, I'm not trying to, that's what I know, so that's what I'm going to talk about. Like, during the days of our mother, they go to work, they come back, they cook. Meanwhile, it's a 2-income family. Both the husband and the wife go to work. But somebody comes back and is in charge fully of the kids and of the cooking and the full running of the home. Personally, I'm against it. Okay. For reasons, health and all of that. Because now we have these old women here that are suffering from, not having a balanced life in their active years, and that's the truth. So, I want you to speak on how you can balance home keeping and also career. There are a lot of women that I also meet that I heard that they will say, "Oh, and I wanted to become a nurse, so my mom wanted to become a nurse, but because of us, she became a teacher because she needed to be around to." Yes, your auntie. Okay. I really appreciate that sacrifice. But I think I would have been more motivated if she became a nurse. Okay. I think I would love it for her because that was what she wanted to be. But we conditioned her because we are children and she needed to take care of us. She had to be a teacher, right?
And I see other people that say, oh, I wanted to become a doctor, but but my husband is a professor, but no, I had to stay at home. But what I see in those homes and stuff is that the man's career does not stop. They go to school, they change their jobs, they move the family from one part of the world to another, and personally, me, I love career and I love to grow personally. It gives me this really good confidence that I can do everything. I also want a home. I want a very happy home and someone that is supportive of it. But I don't really see a lot of that. I see people that kill their dreams to fund and nurture the partner and the home.
That's a fantastic question. It's a modern day problem. And I will answer us in two ways. Using my auntie as an example, I know her before you know her, so I know everything. And see, let me use her as an example. Our grandparent did not have capacity to send her to school. That is why she has to delay her dreams till she get married. If the parents have done their part, you will not even see that picture you saw. She lived with my father. He didn't send her to school. Because often they go on the street to struggle. Both of them live with our uncle, grand uncle, late Pata. He could not send them. He sent Choladoye to school. He could only send one. So when parents fail, children will postpone. Life are postponed because the parent failed. If you take them out of that place to a place where they have a father, mother who send them to school, the story will not be the same. She will have done what she wants to do because the parents can do it. So why do people sacrifice a lot? They look at the husband, but they don't look at the parents. The third sacrifice they are making is there, but the first sacrifice is from there. When your parents fail to send you to school, you will make sacrifice. Oh, the choice, because what you want to be, you should have been, but it's still ahead of you. So that's a different scenario. Now, coming to your question, how do we manage career and marriages? It answers to the quality of people involved. It's not a problem. We make a problem out of it. Now, there is something called modern woman or traditional man coexist. It's a lie. It's a function of how we think. I know so many people that are 89 today, both of them are successful. Yet their children did well. But there are some jobs you will do. For example, as a pastor, my wife cannot be anything that is too time consuming. I am my budget. For me as a pastor, because a human attack on pastor. I can't allow mommy to do a job that is too time consuming. I know I'm playing with my future. As a pastor, why? So I have to have an edge. Because when the edge is broken, serpent will bite. But however, both of you, if you are not into ministry, you are both into careers. You can sit down and plan your life. And tell yourself, we can grow in career. Children must not need you every time of their life. As they grow older, you grow lesser in their life. Hope you know. As they grow older, you grow lesser in their life. My father called me yesterday. So now, why? I didn't know it has been that long I even saw him. Because life means it's not consist of him. I have too many things to do. But if I come back, he has to see me. See, that he has to monitor me every time. So as we grow older, the influence of the parents grow thinner. You'll be surprised that some of you are here today. Who your father, your Christmas, your New Year. The back of the label, that's our should. Ọdún yẹn gan o tí ní parí ọdún o tí kúra ńlẹ̀ o sì ti já o sì lọ. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ pé ṣé wàá òkè ẹwà òkè láti ṣe òkè ẹwà ọlọ́wà pẹ̀lú yín. You are always on the move because there is something you are pursuing. So if you are married to that kind of person, the problem of that what you have explained is that most times when we don't know how to manage these things, career and family, the children will become vagabond. I've seen so many, but I see vagabond of those who stay at home. So it does not mean that that's what actually causes everything, but it can lead to it when it's not well managed. So what do I can say? Sit with the one you want to marry. I'm a career person. You are a career person. Thank God my auntie is not a nurse. Thank God. You can't deny the fact that the teaching thing help you at the stage. It must have helped you. Being a teacher help you to at least help you in some studies. She can sit down with you, help you through school. Don't just look at the white cloth only, that she didn't have the white cloth and the money and in London that she can go to and make one. Because she wanted to become a nurse because she had a dream that she didn't fulfill. Most parents go through that. Who knows that? Most parents. Let me now tell you one thing that will shock you. When your parents fail in marriage, God forbid, they want to get it right through you. So they want to live through you again and control your marriage and tell you, me, you can't bring that to me. I won't accept it. When they fail in marriage, they want to live it through you. That is why I don't like it when you see, I can't be good. You can't. It's area. Because most people go to their parents' children's home to live again. They want to live through them, enjoy joy through them, because they failed in their own. There is a lot of indices and functions there. But the best you can do is if you find a career person, sit down. That is why today you see some people they meet, and I want to be more. But I want the time for more because at that time, either efe, echo, at that time. So they will meet and says, bimo. Fine. I have friends who did it for years. I want to be more. And they leave. Both of them pursue themselves to the top. They follow their career. They become international figure. And they came back and had one child. And that child, they want any stability for that child. They pay for, including care. They paid for it. Now, what's the result? I'm going to check in future. Until they check it right. I'm going to check it later. We're wise. I become wise. But if both of you can sit down and say, we are both career persons, what do we do? Say, okay, what we can do is, there are options on the table. No babies for now. Fine. Or let's have baby, but I'm a manager. That means if you go, okay, look at me. You know, if you live abroad, if you are not doing career, you are a career person. In abroad, let me tell you how it works. Okay, go there. Let's say that green towel is the child. I have friends whose child does not meet both parents at the same time. I'm at the bus stop. So, you can share aro, can share ale. So, but you want bolati ale, you know aro. No abo. Agbem ofu ni train station. See you later. What you do ale? On timbo, emi se lo bise. Agbem ofu. And they did that for years. The child never had the compliment of both parents for 1 hour. Impossible. Because Isha Aaron can't she. So and they did that many days. So come up with daddy. So the child lives like that. Now, what is the effect on that child? A lot. But one more result in any later. But the truth is this. You have to pay priorities. What? So to Bama Obeke, at a state after 2 years, one of them dropped. This child, I am a back. So one withdraw to go and look for another lesser paying job that gives one time to accommodate what they want to do. So you have to pay value on what do you want. If you want to grow your career, Fine. Grow it. But don't bring a baggage that you can't manage. Don't bring a baggage. The moment you bring a baggage, you have to manage it. And should I tell you, motherhood is a career. Motherhood. Motherhood is a career on its own.
I learned that those mommy Adeboye, mommy Edeko, that while they were raising their children, well, they didn't do ministry at all. They faced the children. It was Baba Adeboye that was going about doing other things. Same with mommy. Mommy Edeko was cooking lobby county. She faced, and we can see the results today in their children. So I think what Pastor said is true. That if you really want to, there's a way you and your partner can feel that together. Because if you choose career to marriage, it will affect it a lot. I've seen so many career women today. Is that career not any achievement? They are married, they are home, their children are something else. So you just have to strike a balance between you and your partner. If you want to further your education, there are adults, there are because what she's trying to say is true. It's not completely not true and not because there are some that once they get married, they are paused. During marriage, you can see somebody that have ND and you got married. Further education. You say you are taking care of your children and you live your life. It's not balanced. There's a way when you can forfeit one. Probably take care of your children. If you married before you have your further, you can while the children are, because in my friend before she relocated said one day in their cell fellowship, and their cell fellowship was done in their church, and they were saying what are the things that you don't really like about your life that if you would have chance you can. That she said that she wanted to further her education. She said openly, she said, I wanted to further my education, go for my master's or because of my children. The firstborn that was 6 said, Mommy, it's not because of us, so it's not because of us. You know what to go. So next year, I'm going to go for master's. That even those children, you live for him, I feel, Mommy, you'd have done better. Because I feel women too, we are till now you still see women time I can't drive. You are a married woman, only any motor. Only you cannot drive. Ni access motor. So those things we women we should try to rise up in and not be, you want to further your education, train your children, go further your education. You want to go for professional courses, please go. Don't just sit down and say, money, shit. Then, through your life.
You are right. As you are growing less, grow more with yourself. Do something with your life. I believe, work. But don't ignore them to the point that when you finish your career, they become a pain in your life. And now, I had an interview of Justice Oputa, late Justice Oputa. Who know that man? He gave birth to Charlie Boy. They interviewed him one day. And he said that while he was pursuing his career, he felt that the consequence of the things he pursued was Charlie Boy. On face rising in the legal world, on feel it. Because on need this special care. Who know about the other children? They are doing well abroad, they are just there quietly. But on and take a look at Yakini, but instead of them to they believe that the way but not all child require the same effort. Some require special effort. So one full special one feel it. And parents make mistake to compare children alike. Stop comparing children. Some will require a little, some require a lot. Don't compare them. Me and my brother, I was the one that was the outgoing. One club. As the home side, they thought I'm the one they should pay attention to. Only attention. Because when you don't die. So when we grew up, it shows that it needs more attention than me. But yet they focus on me because but I was the gentle type. I'm just an extrovert by nature. And I don't all my friends comes home. I'm a joke when they come. I have friends whose cars were better than my father's car 10 years from that time. So when my friends come, I want to buy and I'll never down on it once. But the one that sat down at home. So look, can I do? Please don't raise your children with cultural knowledge only. Raise them with sensitivity. Talk to each one. Know their weakness, know their strength. And be able to deal with your children because they are not the same. Esau and Jacob are not the same. And that is where parents make mistakes. Even as a pastor, I don't deal with members the same. I don't. So we must learn that. There are 2 more questions. I'll just take that 2 and we close. I will answer. On that one. Okay, quickly. Very quickly now. I'm in a hurry now.
Maybe the girl is just going into nursing and there's probability that he's going to get married to a pastor.
Okay.
So what can she do, or what will happen to their future?
What happened to their future?
What will happen
the nursing and the pastor.
Yes.
They should talk now. Ade is a pastor. Mama is a nurse. They had a fantastic marriage. The children today are doctors doing well, and pastors, and they are doing fantastically well. So it does not matter. Let them sit down and talk. In short, it's easier for when they talk, they will find their balance. And to be easy for them. How do we undo cheating in marriage? Forgive and stay or leave. Cheating in marriage. Not in relationship, in marriage. Let me tell you one truth. I will say what Jesus said. One in Jesus obey. One in Jesus obey. Most obey come share a bill of divorce. Divorce. This was from the beginning. It was not so. Ó wá fi kankan nìkan kún. Ó ní ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ká ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó ń ṣe àgbèrè àbí ọkọ ẹ̀ tó ń ṣe àgbèrè ó lò lè kúrò. Ó lè kúrò. So look at what can you accommodate. Now forgive, cheat, stay or leave. Let me tell you one truth today. Most people when they leave to go and meet another cheating partner. That's where I now get crazy about it. I've seen people that are divorced to go and marry another man who is married. And I say, what is the reason? It does not make sense. Because when you leave that marriage, the one you're going to meet out there also might be somebody again who is also cheating on this person. So it makes you the bed of the same feather at the end of the day. So I always said to me, but let me say this, and I've said it before. Faithfulness is not any human being's nature. Faithfulness is God's nature. It takes a man that knows God to be faithful. So when you marry someone that does not know God, he can love you and still be unfaithful. It doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. Because faithfulness is not the nature of man. It's the nature of God in man. We agree with me? Thank you. Now, how can you fix someone you did not break? See, mommy. Fix someone you did not break. Question, Wura, please. Because I don't know how to. You did not break him, but you want to fix him. I don't understand. Are you a creator? Mommy will answer. Because maybe when you explain for that, I won't destroy your question. How can you fix someone you did not break? You fix him. You did not break him.
Daddy.
Wait, you said what? She wants to build a robot. Femi is a very bad pastor.
Daddy, what you were talking about, somebody, the person that asked the question gave an update that someone that was traumatized in the past or something.
Oh,
yes.
That's why I said it has to be specific. Traumatized.
Yes, sir.
Jesus. Mommy should have answered because mommy had some rough experience when she was a child. And when she says it, sometimes I turn away from her and cry. She has not seen me do that, but she doesn't know that I turn my eyes away and tears will come and I will just wipe and say, how can she go through that? Please bring joy to that person. Just make it a life duty to bring joy to that person. Because people go through some things. The day mommy told me that I met her, she had issues. I thought the hand was accident until she told me it was not accident. So it's not. The day she told me the story of how she stayed in hospital for 6 months. Non-stop, 6 months, every day. Me. I look at her. I look at myself. I make a vow to God. I'm going to wipe away these things. So it depends on where the person is. Because most traumatized people, if they don't agree that they are traumatized, it's a problem. You can't help them. But if they are able to talk about, because the more we talk about these things, the more better we become. So if you can talk about it, just cancel that trauma with joy. It will help. I missed so many things that we can't discuss now because it's going to take time. That's more psychological than spiritual. So it will take time. Yes. Wait. You are the feeder. Wait. Yeah.
She's a tailor and she's an HND too now. So we used to talk and she said something about our ex is a minister. So, and he said those people that she's always meeting, they cannot work. Yes, they cannot work, have their own job. Yes. So yesterday we were talking again and she now said, Daddy, let me land. Yesterday again, she now said the guy that she's seeing now is also a minister in one CAC church, and they are paying him, I think, 12,000 or 20,000. I can't remember, but two. So she now said they were talking. The man is now talking about marriage now, and she's now saying that no, she wants to wait until she's done with school and working. So she used to say something because she used to tell me that mo ti kúkú gbà pé èmi màmá ṣiṣẹ́. We mama take care le. So, konje mo bo se mama take care nule. Ko se pe ma tun wa de láti bi iṣẹ́, wọ́n tún ma sọ pé kí wọ́n máa dáná o. So, and I know that is to say that all these young upcoming pastor abiko, they should get a job. I was not asking her yesterday that wait, can't he even have his own shop and be running things? He said, rárá o, Ọlọ́run ò gbà ni. In fact, before, when God was calling him, God gave him the chance to have his own job. But because he did not answer on time, Daddy, that was what shook me. I said, he didn't answer on time. She said, he was even working with one company, but the company collapsed because of him. Daddy, you don't understand. I said, like, Stephy, one time, so Ọlọ́run ní pé kó kúrò, ìgbà tó kúrò, no tó ń tàn bẹ́ẹ̀. So then he said, okay, what about his own job? He said, she said, no, he can't, because he did not answer on time. God now canceled the grace to have his own job. So she even said the ex-boyfriend, he almost ran mad before he answered the call, and he's also not working. Mi wọ́n rò pé ṣé àǹtí ti sáyìn sí yá ni, like in this economy.
Sit down. Please, let's celebrate Pastor Praise. He's here with us. Thank you, sir. Now, go farabalẹ̀, sister, question here. Let me start by telling you, I've read my scripture few times. I've not found what is called full-time pastor there. Not even Jesus. There is nothing called full-time pastor. I've read it. I've never seen where they said do a full-time pastor. Your ministry itself is work. More work than work outside. To buy your ministry. But however, Because your ministry has not grown to the point it can supply your need, you have to add something till the ministry grow to that point. There's nothing called Ọlọ́run abẹ́ mú mi ya wèrè yẹn, Ọlọ́run mú yẹn ya wèrè o. Kò tiẹ̀ ní táìmù mo kàn báyìí. Ọlọ́run á pè kò àdáhùn wọ́n á ya wèrè. Ọlọ́run á ṣe ilẹ̀ gbogbo kìnìyàn is all lies on the pit of it. There is no God in it. In short, let me tell you, God is so powerful. The Bible says, even salvation, not even called salvation. When He knock the door of your heart, you answer. He come in. You don't answer. He go. He call you. He didn't answer. There are 7,000 that will answer. That God will now force you, beat you, break you. So let me tell you two things that's happening. One, that pastor is bereft of knowledge. That sister also is coming from the same circle. She will do the work. How be it, if she's not well managed, she will die early. Because she wouldn't have the capacity to do what she wants to do. It's not in her place to do it. Alone. But if I run there for a while, I break down. My hour did it. So in most times, when we switch role, we break the person that switch it down. So I will cancel you. If you want to talk to her, you can't cancel that person. You need to tell them, come on, learn mentor. So for making pastor, so for learn mentor. But mentor might just church one lower. So could the mentor to be my mentor the church me don't know let tawa be to be in cutting share or linear go and get a work. I just know. Because they resolve issue ministry without being in ministry. So tell that person to go get a mentor. That's what can happen. But mentor, not mentor where in the church. Oh wow. When I see some pastors go to people's house, go to people's shop, marrying a pastor. I go shop and I pray. Nonsense. Something is wrong with you. What's it me? Me? Me in your shop? If nothing happens, have you ever seen me in your house? I just walk to your house. When we are living beside each other, do I come to your house? Me? If you don't book appointment, you can't see me now. You live my life. That I didn't tell me you are coming before. You just come. That's where I am now. Oh, possible.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Mommy, for this opportunity. Okay, so a friend came to me with a situation. She said she's in a relationship with a guy and he has everything. He's perfect. A good job, temperament, everything perfect for her, except that she's not attracted to him. It's not about money for her because she's also financially stable. She has everything. And that's not the first time she'll be finding herself in such a relationship. In fact, I witnessed one when we were in school. The guy, perfect, worships the ground she walks on. But she just will not have feelings for that person. So I said, okay, what about the people that usually have feelings for? What happens? She said, the relationship ends badly. So the one that she's in now, the guy, just wants to get married. He's ready to just do everything. But she said she's not attracted to him. So she came to me that what should she do? And I don't know what to tell her because I don't know. Should I tell you to marry someone you are not attracted to? And she said she doesn't know if she should let attraction allow her lose out on someone that is perfect like that for her. She doesn't really know what to do.
Now you see a man that is perfect, all around, who are good looking, who are attracted.
She's not attracted to the guy. She actually said she was even honest with him. That she explained to him that I don't have feelings for you yet, but the guy said he's ready to wait. But she was now telling me that how long can she actually expect him to wait, hoping that she will have feelings for him.
She should still be praying. Maybe she will see the one that is
Pray, pray away. Wo, the mesodoro. So lady, the problem is not about any guy. There is a problem with him. Strong one. If she marries somebody else that she's attracted to, she will lose the attraction. There is a psychological problem with her. It's not that she's not mad. When she stays with people, she loses it. The longer they go, the more she loses it. Now, you say when she finds the one that she's attracted to, it didn't last. It's not that it's attracted, it's that brokenness is why she's still attracted to that person. She has not learned how to love herself. Talking of loving people. I think the problem is not the guy. Unfortunately, life is in season. Now, let me do it something. When you are talking about relationship, it comes around a season. At a season, everybody will be coming towards you as if you are the only person alive. When that season goes out and it stops, you become a prayer point. Now, all she's wasting now, she's not picking anybody now. Season here, she wani. Tobaya, she herself will know that Otita, she won't change looks, but something will change another. Tobaya is dying. Oh my God. You now see them doing a lot of things. I pity girls these days. Really. You have your season wasted. Oh. Life is broken to times and seasons. There is time for everything. There's a time men will be coming around you like you are the only one. Like sugar to an ant. The good, the bad, the ugly, the terrible one will come, the good one will come. You have to settle down and pick the one you want. At that season. When you miss that season, Jesus. Most of you guys don't know what we pastors know. I'm not joking. I'm a pastor. If I tell you what sometimes we deal with, you'll be shocked. Don't waste your season. I see ladies a lot who waste their seasons, becoming an issue at another person's season. I've seen so many of them. So I've learned by experience of life that God, ask me, I always pray it all the time. Lord, let me not come into a season I'm not aware of. And let me not waste it when I'm aware of it. But there's a season for everything. In time, in season, there will be a time we won't be able to do this anymore. Momo. So you must learn to know, and a foolish man does not know when it comes to a season. You are around you, in short, the more guys come, the more the person feel. No sure. You see. What should I go for a long game? Only won't be. Anyone won't be, or they won't be. Just talk about it till the Wama baby, she ain't like why I want sorry, I want but you are the one that came to me. You even try and get the bad of them. You know what I'm saying? I might take advantage of you. It's not necessary. And also, one thing, to battle unfair and to wrong, everyone can close your season also. Show me, and don't fair, don't date or wrong. One, they can't give you one. Draw. When you already have what came out of it. What come out of it? We are array of quality men around you. Oh, but you run into wrong thing. So they will shut your heavens and wait. If they love you. If they don't love you, they will just ask you to your continue. Life is a broken time and season. So for that lady, there is a problem inward. She does not love herself. She's not looking for attraction. She's looking for how she can love herself first. When she loves herself, and I can tell you, if you dig deep, she must have been traumatized when she was young. Something must have happened to her. Something happened to her when she was young. Something unresolved that she could not handle. She agreed with it. So she finds it difficult to love people now. I've met some girls who told me that they love bad boys. They always love the bad guys and they can't just stay around good guys. It's a syndrome, or what I call a battle. And that the more a lady confessed to a pastor, and a pastor was talking to her. He says, sir, he doesn't know that the more the guy beat her, the more he fell in love with the guy. I was there in one church. The girl said that the pastor was telling me, only the more she know, the more she fall in love. So I won't be any very questionable background. Something has happened. But mama, something has happened. Something happened. So she's not psychologically completely okay. Oh, look okay, but go okay. So, oh, okay. Let's close. Last question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Ọ̀rọ̀ kan máa ń lé o àti ìyàwó. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ marriage. Yeah?
Sir, actually, I didn't want to ask this question, but I thought it is necessary for me to ask. So, this it's one of my friends, but he's a guy. So he actually opened up, and while he was telling me all this, he said that, I don't even know what comes over me that made me to be telling you this thing. I don't really tell people. Now, what happened is this kind of a guy that everybody that sees him will just, especially when it's lady, because will I see who say he's a minister? Because since the day he told me this, I've been questioning his, maybe his faith or his ministry. So, to say I cut the long story short. So, he's in a relationship presently. He used to be in relationships. But presently, the relationship he is presently.
Yeah.
The relationship is in presently. He has said that in his family, his father and his mother, they've already called him and sat them down that he's Igbo. They've sat them that they should not marry Yoruba. The female must not marry Yoruba man, and the male should not marry a Yoruba woman. That his elder brother tried it and the marriage doesn't work. So, but he now told me that every lady that has been coming on his way, that he has been dating, ever since he has been dating, that they are Yoruba. But that's not all. The part of it that actually got to me is that the present girl is dating right now. He told me, with me, I cannot marry somebody that is older than me. The girl is older than him a year. But the pathetic part of it is that the lady used to give him money every month. The lady give him money. The lady has given her all. He even told me that if you give me the number of the lady, to speak to the lady against him, that it is everything word to word. Everything that I tell the girl about him, that the girl is to the extent that there's nothing he wants to do in life that he's told the lady to do for him. Sir.
So what's the question?
So the question is that, like me, I'm now feeling for the girl that, because I saw that, because what he told me is that,
if I understand your story, I'm not feeling for the girl, I'm feeling for you.
I mean, there's nothing.
Until I explain to you. Wait. Everybody listen to me. Do you know guys are not stupid? Oh. These girls don't know anything. Oh. Wait. You guys don't know anything. Mumbo. Wumi, come. Let me tell you one truth. One truth. Everybody hear me. When you see a man, for example, either is single or married, tell a married man, or deep in the relationship, to tell you that relationship issues. He's not telling you to know. He's trying to check something. When you see a married, how many of us have seen married men that come to us? It's not married man. And telling that their wife is bad. Ironio is going back there. But and when you are, see, why will men do that? Why will they be telling you about one problem? Okay, one equal man for Yoruba. Want to suffer go to Kunle? Or for Yoruba? Why no problem? Oh, the problem or don't you know? Abi? You know, but why when the problem? Get when the problem. Get when the problem. Get when the problem. Even the guy to when the problem. Get when the baby don't learn. Because Baba no fellows of when. Also, the guy is just madly in love with him, which is not a sin. But then it's not the first kind of his kind. After I want to law. But why is he telling you need you? Be smart, be wise. If you see an old man, even at 70, I have a challenge in my mouth. There is something else. Men are very strategic in their hunting. And that's what I want you to see also. If you have not said he told you, but why is he telling you everything? Don't feel for the girl, feel yourself. Leave the girl. Just only you can't talk. Now. So, and he keep telling you what is now. Now what is once obey your back on your back on now. When you fair one now. Don't you can't see even as a pastor. Wait, let me shock you. As a pastor, when you do counseling for people and you tell them the solution and they come back with the problem, tell the solution, you come with the problem, leave them. They don't want solution. There's something they're looking for. Come on, I've seen that severally. You tell them the solution, they come back with the same problem. Did you apply what I tell you? No. I'm still thinking about it. Give them again a solution. They do. I just close that chapter. Me. No. I won't say my mom. I just close that chapter. Me. I just close it. Because I know you're not looking for a solution. Some are looking for attention. Some are looking for closeness. No matter what you say, they will not hear. Because in terms of it's just a stepping stone to where they are going to. So I've learned my lessons to handle people over time. So when they talk, I just shrug off. All your life. The story does not make sense to him. It only makes sense to you, but not to him. Him that is telling you that story, he will have even what the people going to present a particular thing. He's just looking for how to have access to you from the place of pity. Okay. Let's close for today.
We hope you were blessed by that wonderful message. You can also follow us on our social media handles at TWC Nigeria. The Word Center, a people fat and flourishing. Stay blessed.